Hi everybody, Jeff Simon here from SocialFlight with another cool build stage on our Titan T-51D Mustang. Now if you've been watching closely, it might be a little bit confusing because you see us take 2 steps forward, get covers done, get the top of the nose done, windshield, all of that work, and then you see another video and those pieces are off. Well, the reason for that is that we are working from the inside out now to finish up our wiring, our avionics work, plumbing for the gear, everything that we need to do to actually get all of this sealed up for our fuselage and then moved out of the living room of our home here in Massachusetts. And so this video is a really cool build stage because we're able to work on all of the wiring from our sticks for our trim system and actually see the entire system work. There's a lot of wiring involved, a lot of connections, and we really spent time trying to make this as maintainable as possible. And so here we go, another cool stage on our Titan T-51D Mustang. All right, so I'm in the final stages of wiring up everything that goes from our Tosten manufacturing grips all the way back to the trim and all the rest of the systems in the aircraft. And all of it goes through, as I've said before, in these relays. These relays here also come from Tosten Manufacturing. They take the signals that you're sending from your stick, which are just those switches, and then convert that into the higher amperage currents that are required in order to actually run the flap motor, the smoke control in arc plane, the trim up, and all of those things. And there are a lot of wires in those sticks that it's taken all this time to get connected. Didn't waste your time with too much of like the electrical side of seeing this, but what I'm going to do now is a quick check. There are, as I mentioned before, a lot of different functions. So we take all of those wires back here to what will be in our rear baggage compartment, very easy to access for maintenance. We take all those controls and then some of them we have to run back forward. Our push to talk, for example, that's going to go up forward to our audio panel and then control our IFD 550 from the cockpit for radio communications. Then I've also got autopilot level. That's going to happen here for our autopilot. We've got the X-Cruise autopilot from Bendix King. You may recall that's the same thing as the True Track autopilot. And so we've got the level button that's on the stick. We've got an autopilot disconnect that's on the stick. And then as I mentioned, we've got the hat switch that's left, right, up, down. That's 4 functions right there and 2 sticks. So all of that coming back, 8 wires just for that without even the comment happening. Then we've got flaps up, flaps down, smoke control. There are all those different things happening from our sticks. One last check I'm going to run right now is the last thing I want to do is wire it all finally, do any solder connections or anything like that at the last minute without checking it. So what I've done is I've gone and I'm doing a quick check here using a continuity tester where right now I just hooked up to what I believe should be our right trim. I'm going to go move the stick here and we will listen for the tone here. That works from the right stick, front stick, and from the back stick. Let's go switch that now. Let's now test out the trim for trimming the plane up. That works. That works. Let's see what's next on our list here. Got our trim down. This was a little confusing, of course, because when you wire it, trim down is actually taking the hat switch and going up to put your nose down. Trim down works. Whoop. And it works from the back. Let's check out moving our flaps down. Now that's an interesting one because I think I got that one backwards. So I'm going to have to switch that. That should be... Oh no, I got it right. I was thinking of it in terms of trim. Flaps down is pulled down on the flaps, that's right. Jake got it right because he's the one who made up our schematic for this. And that works. Flaps up, And the last one we're testing from switches right now will be smoke. And smoke is not working, so that's something I'm going to have to repair now. All right, I found the problem that I just experienced there in testing the smoke connection, and it's with this connector. So as you can see here, as I mentioned, a lot of pins coming from that connector for these sticks, because there's so many functions on the stick. Again, you've got your trim, this is going to be smoke, this is going to be autopilot level, this is going to be push to talk, flaps, there's even a little autopilot disconnect button down there. And so what I found was one of these pins was bent over when it got connected. So you got to be really careful putting this connection in there. It won't be happening in and out a lot, but that was our problem. And now that I've got it all set up, I go over here and we can test that. Put it in really carefully. And then when I push that button now, there we go. It's working. All right, a few more steps, we might get to see things work. All right, it's time for the moment of truth, testing out our flap and trim system, all the controls coming off of our stick grips and going through our relay box. And so I've got everything all hooked up and it's time to test it out. A little bit nervous, but we'll take a look and see how it all works. A quick reminder, trim controls actually work opposite to the actual surface. So when you're looking for up elevator trim, for example, you're looking for the trim surface to actually go down, which helps push the complete elevator up. Same thing for rudder. When you want a little right trim, you want to see the control surface go left and push the rudder to the right. So that's what we're looking for in the tail. So let's give it a shot. All right, I have the rear stick right here in my hand, and I'm going to start with some, let's say, down trim. It's moving. I look back there and I can see it actually coming. It's going up, which pushes the elevator down. Do the same thing in reverse. It's going back down. Very, very cool. Left. And I see the trim surface walking to the right. Right trim, and there it is moving to the left. So cool. Now over my shoulder here, I've got the flap control. I took the motor out because we don't have our center section and flaps in yet, but I'm going to test that. So let's put our flaps down and see this extend. There it goes. And let's retract our flaps. Perfect. And the last test here, I've got my smoke system, because you can't have a Mustang without smoke, and I should hear the pump go when I push this button. And there it goes, our smoke system. All right, last thing I want to show you now. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you, because the indicators are also all set. These are our trim indicators for our rudder and elevator. So let's start with the elevator. You can see that. And the rudder. So cool. All right, that's it for another stage of building on our Titan T-51D Mustang. It is so cool when you get to see systems come to life, and this trim system, smoke system, and entire grip control system is a really cool one. It is also the first time we've seen something light up in our panel, and so we've just got some more work to do getting all our avionics installed and wrapping everything up on the inside of our fuselage. Then we can do our final build on the outside of the fuselage, get moving to the center section and the wings, and get this thing out of here and into the air. Until next time, I'm Jeff Simon for SocialFlight. Be sure to check out SocialFlight.com and the free SocialFlight mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. There are tens of thousands of aviation events and destinations, so many cool things like our Fly to Win challenge where you can win prizes, and do not forget, every Tuesday night our show SocialFlight Live is just a great opportunity to see some wonderful people from the aviation world tell you their stories. It's 8 p.m. every Tuesday evening. Until next time, I'm Jeff Simon. I wish you all blue skies.